Okay, so two main kind of ways of stopping the Gregorian. Let's look at how to problem solve it. So let's just say I'm turtle top, bringing my right hand underneath Shay's left armpit. My left hand feeds, pushes down on his head so I can make that grip, and I kind of move over into that halfway between turtle top north-south position. I can use my left hand to pull out my lapel back into the front headlock position, and then I turn my wrist to do that little pass off, kind of move back now more, so I'm in side control position, or turtle top more to the side, grab the belt and I pull his head forward. That allows me to step over his head, and then I step up with my right foot beside his left knee, and as I sit back I swing my leg over. Okay, so we looked about when we were doing the main finish from here was turning from my left hip to my right hip. But a good defense for Shay is he's a free right hand. He's kind of going to make a grip on the lapel just around his right jugular, just to keep a little bit of tension out of it. And now he's going to keep his head glued to the mat. I wanted to turn on my right hip. So now when I try to actually finish the Gregorian, from here I'm leg pressing Shay's head into the mat, and I don't just get the connection that I want. So anytime he makes that grip on the lapel to take the tension out of it and puts his head on the mat, my hand that was on the knee, inside the knee, is going to post in the hand. My right foot's going to stirrup tight into this far hip, and now from there I'm going to use my connection with the mat to shrimp from my left hip to my right hip to get his head off the mat. I really want to stirrup in with my right heel into that far hip. Now my hand comes off the mat, and now I can start leg pressing to finish. We also talked about from this position it would be a good idea for me to cross my ankles so Shay couldn't push my leg off, bro, and I can still finish from there. But if before I get that and I didn't make that connection, Shay's still a free right hand, he can let go. Once I move him, so he had his right hand in the collar, but when I take him and get his head off the mat, doesn't really matter if he's got his hand in the collar, because his head's off the mat, I can just leg press through it. So another good counter he can do is his free right hand can push my leg off, and now my right hand is just going to push in the back of the head. Now it's not as good a job as the leg, but from there I can push in and still finish. So my hand can just replace my leg. One more time on that. And we'll do another angle just from, yeah, there's perfect. Okay, so from our position, side ride, I'm going to start to bring my Darce grip through, open up my lapel, get into the front headlock position, switch my hand grip, and then from there I move back, grab the belt, make him meet the mat, step over with the first setup, right foot steps up, and then I sit back and throw my leg over. Shay gets his right hand grip in at the lapel and keeps his head glued to the mat. So I'm never going to finish from here. So I put my left hand on the mat, I stirrup with my right foot into the far hip, and I use that to hip escape. Goal is to get his head off the mat. Hand comes back to the inside of the knee so I can leg press. If he pushes my leg off, I just replace it with my hand. So two ways of just sorting out those two counters.